Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to crack open the secrets to improving your website's performance. And we'll do that by looking inward, at your own site, and then outward at the competition.
You know that feeling, right? Your website's success feels like a complete mystery, while your competitors, well, they just seem to have it all figured out. If that sounds familiar, trust me, you are definitely not alone. So many people describe SEO, search engine optimization, as just this big black box. But what if I told you there are tools that let us peek right inside that box to see exactly what's going on? All right, let's dive in and take a look.
Okay, here's our game plan. First, we'll demystify that black box. Then, we're going to turn the lens on ourselves with a website audit before we size up the competition. And finally, we'll cover the super critical step of making sure your content has integrity. By the end, you'll have a complete playbook.
So, how do we get that clarity? Simple. We stop guessing. Instead, we start systematically analyzing what's working on our own site, what isn't, and maybe most importantly, what our competitors are doing to win. So let's get to our first step. Before we even start thinking about spying on the competition, we've got to take a good, hard look in the mirror and really understand our own website's performance. Think of a website audit like a full health checkup for your online presence. It looks at all the crucial factors that search engines care about, and it shows you what's healthy and what needs immediate attention.
And you do not need to be a tech genius for this. There's a fantastic free tool called SEO Optimer that gives you a surprisingly detailed overview in just seconds. It's as simple as copy, paste, and click. It does all the heavy lifting for you.
The tool instantly gives you this report card for your site, with grades from A to F. I mean, in this example, your eyes go right to that glaring F in usability, right? That could mean your site is slow, or maybe it's just a nightmare to use on a phone. And just like that, you know exactly where to focus your efforts first.
Okay, once you've got your own report card, now it's time to see how you measure up. This is where we start looking at the competition to understand their strategies and, what's behind their success.
Now, this is a really key question. Your competitor isn't just the business down the street. In the digital world, your real competitors are the ones who are consistently showing up on that first page of search results for the keywords that matter to you. And this slide really nails the difference. On one side, you've got your organic competitors, the ones who've earned their spot with strong SEO. On the other, you have paid competitors who are just buying ads. We're focusing on the organic ones because they're the ones who have mastered the game we're trying to win.
This is where powerful tools like SEMrush are a game changer. They let you dig deep into these competitors. You can see their traffic, their backlinks, and this metric called an authority score, which basically predicts how well they're likely to rank in search results.
And with that data, you can build visuals like this. A chart like this makes it, well, kind of painfully clear how much search traffic your competitors are getting compared to you. It shows you the size of the mountain you need to climb, but it also gives you a target to aim for. But look, getting traffic is only half the battle. Once people actually get to your site, the quality of your content is what really matters. So this brings us to a crucial sanity check: content integrity. First and foremost, we have to talk about plagiarism. Search engines are designed to find the original source of info, and they will heavily penalize or even completely blacklist sites that are caught just copying and pasting content. So you can use a free tool like DupliChecker, pasting your content or a URL, and get a plagiarism score. Now, is 100% unique the goal? Of course, but in a world just saturated with content, that's tough. A plagiarism score under 40% is usually considered an acceptable threshold. So what about content that's written by AI? This is a huge topic right now, but the surprising truth is that Google's official stance isn't against AI itself. What they are against is low-quality, unhelpful content, and it doesn't matter if it was written by a human or a machine. So, the bottom line is this: your goal should always be to create content that provides real value and actually answers a user's questions. Whether you use AI as a tool or not, that final product has to be helpful. There are even tools like Content at Scale that can help you check if your content passes that human-written test. Finally, it is so vital to remember that all of this, the audits, the analysis, the content creation, it isn't a one-time fix. SEO is a continuous cycle of improvement. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The game is always changing, and the best players are the ones who keep adapting. So, to recap the game plan, consistently audit your own performance so you can catch problems early. Keep a close eye on your organic rivals to learn from their strategies. And always, always, always prioritize high-quality, original content that truly helps your audience.
This whole process,
It takes the mystery right out of that black box. It puts the power to improve back in your hands. You now have the framework and you have the tools to make a real difference. So the only question left is, where are you going to start?